I'll call this meeting to order at 5:31, and we'll move on to roll call. Joffrey's here. Andrea is here. Yeah, Andrea is here. Rayhan is here. Naif is also here. Bajorn. Fung. I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher your name. Fung. Yeah. And then Judy. No Judy.
I think she might be the only other one besides the two who notified us. Okay. I'm looking quick.
And then Greg is here. And then you said John will not be here, and Deanna will not be here as well. So yeah, we're only missing them three. We'll be moving on to approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion for anybody to approve the agenda? Naif approves the agenda. Seconded by Andrea seconds. All those in favor, raise your hand. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I count 7? Okay, 7. So, and those are everybody, right? So the motion passes 7-0-0. And then moving on to approval of meeting minutes. Do I have a motion for the approval of the meeting minutes? Joffrey motions. Seconded. Rayhan seconds. All those in favor, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I counted 7. Opposed. I'm assuming Joffrey doesn't oppose. Abstentions. So motion passes 7-0-0. Did I get that right?
I believe so. Yep.
Okay. Moving on to reports. I don't have any updates, and Deanna didn't give me any updates as well. So we'll move this on to advisors.
I do not have any updates.
The only update I have beyond what we'll talk about here in a little bit is just we're still waiting on that communication back on that annual report adjustment that was going to be done. So as soon as we get it, I'll post it to the website and let you all know, but that's still pending out there.
Thank you, Joseph. Joffrey?
Discussion on the proposal that I put with the board is still ongoing. Amber put a great point, and she said instead of putting it, the number of colleges by colleges, it'd be better to put it general. And she cited that it's on the website, I think, and then she says, I think what it says on the website relating to student representation, and it says student members should represent the diversity of the student body and its varied interests. So far as practicable, there should be student representation from each of the 4 colleges. Academic colleges, non-traditional student representation who reside on campus, and student representation to the university centers. And to which I liked, and I thought that would probably be, I don't know, relatively easy route to go or less easy route to go, whichever the interpretation of that part of the S&A regulation also. And probably my question to Joey or Lacey, whichever the case is that does that part of the regulation mean that representation should come from all the 4 colleges, or it can come. All the 4 academic colleges should have their own representatives, or it can come, from anywhere within the 4 colleges.
So I'll answer that, Joffrey. So that what that really means is that ASCW should be looking to try and get representation. Not that one specific position is from College of Arts and Humanities, one is from College of Business, but that out of the 8 members that are currently on there, out of the 8 members who get elected by or nominated and recommended by ACW, that we should try and get representation that touches within each of those areas. Again, a student who lives on campus, a student representing the centers, really to have a diverse representation as much as possible. As you know, as the exec VP, it can be hard sometimes to get people from all of those. And so it's really that the idea is we want to get the representation of individuals from the different backgrounds and experiences. However, if you're not able to get someone from there, you try and fill it with who you have who's applying for it. Because again, you have to get students to apply for it and then fill those positions. So it does leave it open for ASCW to identify even beyond what's in those guidelines. If there's other representation they feel that should fall within there, it's really up to ASCW with the current wording.
Okay, thank you. And while I was reading that and contemplating over it, I think I was very confused. I was would view that all colleges should have their representatives, and is it non-traditional students also should have representatives, and also center campuses, and also the other one should also have their representative. But it's good to have it clearer like that, and I appreciate that. And yeah, that was Amber's opinion, and we should be sitting also within the next week, drafting a resolution, come up with something. This past week has been pretty crazy, budget meetings and all of that. So we haven't had a whole lot of time to really sit down and try to go over the entire proposal and draft a resolution. And I think that concludes a part of my report.
Thank you, Joffrey. We'll move on to other business communications received.
I've not received any, Stephanie.
Okay, so then we'll move on to public comment if anybody has a comment to make. Seeing none, I'll move on to new business, but we don't have any new business, right? Yeah, okay. So then we'll move on to old business, S&A Policy Review Subcommittee.
Yeah, and so this is just a brief follow-up from last week. And if there is anyone else who's interested, as we mentioned last week, we're going to be convening a subcommittee of individuals who are going to be looking through our current S&A policy to look through. Some of it will be waiting to get the feedback from ASCW, as Joffrey was saying, once they review it and provide a resolution. And then others will just kind of be going through the whole policy itself to say, here's a tweak we need to make or recommend. And so right now we have a small group of us. If anyone is interested in joining, there's 4 of us total. Just so you know, I'll just say who's on there. So right now it's myself, Stephanie, Joffrey, and Bjorn. So if anyone else is interested in serving on that, let me know. We'll be scheduling a time outside of our regular meetings for us to connect, really talk about it a little bit more and spend a little more time, figure out how we want to look at that. And then we'll bring that back to you all once we've reviewed and made some recommendations, and then present it to the whole committee. So if anyone else is interested, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to send out a calendar invite tomorrow to at least the 3 of you and anyone else who wants to join.
Thank you. The next thing on the agenda is S&A Fee Committee membership, ACW response. So I'm assuming that goes off to Joffrey.
Yeah, and I think Joffrey, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you kind of already gave the update on it. The committee, I mean, ASW hasn't been able to to fully meet and provide the response. I think it's on the agenda for next week if time allows. So hopefully we'll have that. It'll stay on our agenda for next week. And so if it's there, Joffrey can give the update to the group.
I don't know if you want to add on, Joffrey.
It's really not a whole lot to give. Like I said, we haven't had a whole lot of time to reconvene and really talk about everything. We've been we're talking about more about the budget and the cut also that is bound to happen also. And we spent an incredible amount of time really talking about that, and we're still going to be talking about it on Friday also. And so we haven't had a lot of time talking much into it, and we hope that by next Wednesday we would have done something related to resolution and more discussion on it.
Thank you, Joffrey. So Joseph, do we want to public comment? Second call. Okay. Does anybody have anything else to add? Okay, I guess this meeting went by fast. Oh, Joseph.
Oh, I do have one. Just to put it out there, and others in the gallery may add to, just so you all know as a heads up, and if you're around and available, we do have the winter preview day coming up this Saturday for prospective students coming to campus. And so we have a good group signed up, coming with themselves and their families. And so you will see them and they'll be around. If you are available in Ellensburg and in the Cirque area, feel free to chat them up, help answer questions, get them interactive and engaged and involved the best that you can. But just so you know, that's coming up this weekend. Thanks, Jenna. She put in there 870 plus wonderful, interested new Wildcats.
Okay, I guess this concludes the meeting. So by fast. I adjourn this meeting. Oh, wait, I move on to I motion to adjourn this meeting at 5:44 p.m. Does anybody motion it? Andrea motions, seconded by Judy. All those in favor? I can't. Give me a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, motion passes 8-0-0 since everybody voted. It was nice seeing y'all, even though this was 10 minutes or 14. But yeah, have a good day, everybody. I'll see you next week.
Have a great week, all.
Thank you. Have a great week.